Hello. Hi. Hello. Before I introduce, I'm going to introduce two robots today, two AI robots today. Before I introduce those robots, let me introduce myself. I'm Shun. I'm from advertising agency called McCann Erickson. McCann is an agency from New York. And I'm based in Tokyo. And I'm also founder of open innovation unit called McCann Millennials. And it's an open innovation unit that I found 2 years ago. And now we are launching this McCann Millennials for APAC region. And today, I'm going to introduce two robots. And I created those robots under the theme of co-creation. And let me start with the story of why I started this project. It started from 2037, 10 years from now on. Since I turned into 30 years old, I started to worry about my future and future work style. And I started to ask to myself, is my work fun? Please raise your hand if you think what you're doing is your work fun. If you think if your work is fun. You're joking. Maybe your boss sits next to you. That's why you cannot be honest, right? My answer is this. Making ads is so fun, exciting, but it's shortening my life. If I think about the future of my work style, our life expectancy is getting longer and longer, so that we need to work longer too. And I'm worrying that if my state of my physical state and the mind state lasts long for other 40 or 50 years, so that was the starting point. I thought I needed to co-create something with technology as well as the people. So co-creation with the technology and co-creation with the people, not within our industry, within advertising industry, but across the boundaries to make my life and our life so much easier for the future. And at the same time that I started this project, Oxford University released this research saying that about half of US jobs will be at risk by taken by machines. And also they said that AI will not have a creativity. So creative industry is kind of the area that human needs to work on. And I was a bit curious about that. And I did a little bit of research about it. And actually, a lot of the creative content, like entertainment content, are co-created with the technology and algorithms. And Netflix is a great example. What they have done is they tagged all of their content, like all of their drama series and films, and accumulated with their audience behavior data. And they've done it for 5 or 6 years. And then they had confidence about they have a full grasp of their audience, what they want to watch. And they just thought, rather than purchasing expensive stuff like Hollywood films, why don't they create their own drama series? And then they created House of Cards. And at the beginning, the database concluded that political show starring Kevin Spacey, directed by David Fincher, would be a great hit. And it did. They won an Emmy Award for the first time for the digital company, and the series is still going on. So that gave me a good confidence to starting to create world-first AI creative director that can direct TV commercials. And to create AI creative director, I started to work on the database format. We broke down TV commercials into more than 20 elements, like what's the industry, what client wanted to claim, and what's the target is, as well as what the communication concept is, tone and manner, does it use celebrity, music, what's the context behind it, and so on. And then once we created the format, we watched about 1,000 TV commercials and tagged them by hand. And we watched and analyzed award-winning TV commercial, which we call ACC. ACC is the biggest advertising award shows, and they award about 100 TV commercials every year. So we watch them award-winning TV commercials of 10 years, and then tag them. And I named this AI Creative Director AICD, but it can only direct at the very beginning of the commercial direction. So what we are doing with the human creative director is we basically receive the creative brief from the client. And then human creative director will give you the big direction, what we should do and what we shouldn't do. And then the creative team will work on, based on that direction, they will create the idea. And work with the production to do the filming plan and shoot and editing. And the big direction with the red line, that's the one AI can do. And then we ask client to fill up this form, asking them to, what's your industry, what's the campaign goal, and what they want to claim, what's the target, etc. And then once you press the button, AI will come up with the big direction, what we should do. And AI will write down the direction with the Japanese calligraphies. And I'm going to show you the real direction that this AI actually written. Now, this is the AICD. Because we wanted to sell this product to the client, what we've done is we have this custom in Japan at April 1st. All of the university students coming into the workforce. So we did new grads welcoming ceremony with 11 new grad students from university and 1 AI. And we treat it as if normal human creative director, and that created a big news. And for a surprise, Mondelez Japan gave us opportunity to create a commercial. And what we've done is we created 2 commercials. One is done by AI, the others by human. And then we asked audience to watch 2 commercials and vote which one conveys the better message. And we gave them same budget, same timeline, and same creative brief, and asking the viewer to vote which one conveys what client wanted to say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show 2 commercials. One is done by AI, the other is by human. And I'll ask you which one conveys the better message of instant effect refresh breath lasts long for 10 minutes. So please watch the commercials.
速攻口すっきり10分長続きクロレッツミントタブ
So this is the first one. And she was writing what client wanted to say, instant effect refresh lasts long for 10 minutes. And the second one. Good contrast, right? Please raise your hand if you think the dog one is done by AI. About half. Please raise your hand if you think the lady one is done by AI. Okay. Please raise your hand if you think dog one conveys the better message, what the client wanted to say. Less than a half. And the lady one conveys the better message. Okay. I will show you the actual direction AI written. So this is the calligraphy that actually AI written with the robot arm. And it says, convey wild with a song in an urban tone, leaving an image of refreshment with a feeling of liberation. So the dog one was actually done by AI. And the word with red is the tag that we created. And the nationwide poll was actually really close. Human one, he got 54% of the public vote. So it was pretty close. So it was really nice nationwide poll. So this is the first project that we've done to make my life easier, co-working with AI. And it was really successful. And one of the reasons is we co-work with the people outside the industry, like the people from AI company. And let me introduce the second robot, CREP, which we are using this big open innovation platform. And it's becoming a really big innovation movement in Japan, called One Japan. One Japan is an open innovation platform for major company. So all those company has got the young generation open innovation group within their company. And those company get together and to do the open innovation. And CREP is one of the first projects that we are doing with One Japan. And this robot is created to enhance our creativity, human creativity, democratize creativity for the human. Because in this century, we need to work creatively. As Oxford University said, our work is changing, transforming from operative to creative. So we need to work creatively. And this robot will support for you to be creative. And the first function it's got is the mindfulness meditation led by robot. What we are doing is using brainwave sensor to understand what state of mind you are. Whether you have anxiety or you have a relaxing feeling, the brainwave sensor will understand. And according to your state of mind, this robot, CREP, is going to lead the meditation, like a meditation teacher. Okay. We've just exhibited this meditation demonstration at AI Expo in Tokyo. And what we ask you to do is wear this brainwave sensor, and in a minute, it will ask you, it will understand what state of mind you are. And then this robot will start to make you meditation like this. And it will speak like a meditation teacher. And we named this creative flower because when you're at the state of flow, you're more likely to have a creativity. So the percentage shows how flow you are. And when you get to the stage of flow, flowers start to bloom. And we project it on the wall, and the robot will lead people meditation, and people are meditating, and the audience can see inside the participant's head. So whether you have a happiness, anxiety, the bigger letter is the bigger feeling that participant has got. And we are now producing this robot to install it to the company or install it to the universities to make people creative, make people work creatively, and enhancing their performance by using mindfulness meditation method. So those are the projects that we are doing under the theme of co-creation. And the reason why I started this project, as I said, is to make my life and work style easier and more comfortable. But it actually made me so much busier because making AI never ends. But somehow brought me to Hong Kong to speak to you. And I'm feeling like I've been told to make some co-creation partners and co-creation friends to make our life fun and more comfortable. Thank you very much.